What's up, YouTube? It's your boy RushMoreRick. We're back with another reaction video. Today we're reacting to how fast food secretly destroyed Black America by Black Stories Untold. I don't know about y'all, but we get into a time where getting fast food, minus it already being kind of inexpensive to consume on a daily basis, bro, if you just do a tad bit of research, you realize that shit is not good for you, bro. Like, none of the shit that they selling to us and fast food that you could just buy like this is not good, especially to be on a daily basis. But let's tap in. Let's see what we got.
They told you fast food was about convenience, quick meals for busy families, the American dream of efficiency and affordability. But what if I told you that behind those golden arches and secret recipes was something much darker? What if fast food wasn't just feeding America, it was systematically destroying Black America, one neighborhood at a time? Picture this. It's 1968. Dr. King has just been murdered. Over 100 cities are burning. When the smoke clears, something strange happens in Black neighborhoods across America. The grocery stores don't come back. The banks don't return. The insurance companies refuse to cover new businesses. But somehow, mysteriously, the fast food chains start moving in. Not immediately. They're smarter than that. They wait just long enough for people to get desperate. Then they arrive like saviors, offering cheap food and franchise opportunities to communities that had been abandoned by everyone else.
And it sounds like that's like the creation of kind of food deserts. If you're unfamiliar with a food desert is, if you're unfamiliar with what a food desert is, it's essentially a place where you're really incapable of either, I think, finding, purchasing, buying, growing your own, you know what I'm saying, healthy foods. Like, I grew up in a place called Camden, New Jersey, where, gang, the supermarkets are garbage. They're trash. They got some shit like some affordable stuff, but it's like you can tell it's not, you're not really buying good products. You're not buying grade A products. You're not buying grade A things that you realize, you know what I'm saying, it's good for you in the long run or in the long term. Like, when I moved to Texas and I'm going to grocery stores out here where they have Kroger's, they have Sprouts, every place has Walmart, but Walmart is not the peak of a grocery store. Like, once you start really being on your adult shit, you're going to grocery stores not only to shop for the best deals to keep money in your pocket, but the best, you know what I'm saying, the best product. You want to be consumed. Ultimately, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have to spend some money when you're grocery shopping, but ultimately you want to just be consuming the best product because you want your body to feel, you know what I'm saying, good. You're like, once you have that feeling of knowing that you ate some good shit and it's fueling your body properly, it's never no going back. But yes, this looks like one of the first early creations of food deserts. I'm sure they probably existed before this, but this looks like one of the biggest opportunities that companies have, where they see Black communities are scrambling, like they don't have nothing. Like we don't have no top of the end grocery stores to just go and shop for, to put healthy foods on the table for our families. So, you know, since they don't got that, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna slap a Popeyes on every corner, a McDonald's on every corner, a Checkers on every corner, a Burger King on every, all fast food slop in these areas, because we know this is what they can afford. We don't want them to be able to afford anything else. This is what they can afford, so this is what we're going to provide them. It's sick. It's sick.
This wasn't an accident. This wasn't market forces. This was a calculated takeover that would span decades and destroy generations. While white suburbs got fresh supermarkets and family restaurants, Black neighborhoods got drive-thrus and dollar menus. They called it urban development. They called it economic opportunity. But what it really was the creation of a new kind of segregation. One that didn't care where you sat, but controlled what you ate, how long you lived, and whose pockets your money filled. By the end of this video, you'll understand how fast food corporations helped build a system of economic control that makes the old Jim Crow look simple by comparison. Let me take you back to April 4th, 1968. Martin Luther King Jr. is dead, and America is on fire. Detroit, Chicago, Baltimore, Washington, D.C., over 100 cities explode in rage and grief. When the National Guard finally leaves and the curfews are lifted, Entire business districts in black neighborhoods have been reduced to ash and rubble. But here's what they don't teach you in history class. Most of those businesses never came back. The insurance companies showed up with their clipboards and their calculations, took one look at the damage, and made a decision that would reshape Black America forever. They refused to pay out claims. They canceled policies. They redlined entire neighborhoods, declaring them too risky for coverage. Without insurance, banks wouldn't loan money for rebuilding. Without loans, there could be no new grocery stores, no pharmacies, no restaurants. The very businesses that had anchored these communities for generations were effectively banned from returning. Sarah Jackson owned a grocery store on 12th Street in Detroit before the uprising. 3 generations of her family had shopped there, worked there, built their lives around that corner store. After the fires, she applied for insurance to rebuild. The company told her the neighborhood was now classified as high risk. The premium would cost more than her entire annual revenue. Sarah Jackson never reopened her store. Neither did the Johnson family's restaurant down the street. Neither did the Williams Brothers pharmacy on the corner. Multiply Sarah's story by thousands, and you begin to understand what really happened in the aftermath of 1968. This wasn't just property damage, this was economic amputation. Entire food systems that had sustained black communities were surgically removed, leaving behind empty lots and hungry people. And into this manufactured void, the fast food chains began to circle like vultures.
And it's crazy to think about, like, when I was younger, right? It's always those moments where we have this shared experience where as a kid you just want you want fast food so bad. It seems like the peak thing that you can do at the end of your day. You go to school all day, you play, if you like me, you play the sport. So on your way home, sometimes if your parents were always working late, sometimes my mom would work late, so she didn't always have the time to make dinner. So the kid in me, after basketball practice, after school activity, she picked me up and she taking me home. I see us pulling into a fucking fast food drive-through, McDonald's. It could be Checkers. That was a big one for us. Fucking Burger King, anywhere. That was one of the happiest happiest feelings you can have as a child. Just, you know what I'm saying, being able to just go get, because not all the time you were even able to get fast food. Your mom would hit you with do you got McDonald's money? I don't. I don't. I'm broke as shit. I'm just like you right now. I'm popped. But at the same time, just like fast food, I can't speak for all of them, but like shit like McDonald's has always had this gold standard stigma where after the end of a long day, if you have not the energy to cook anything, we got you. We gonna come take care of you. We gonna give you a good ass large fries. We gonna give you a decent burger. We gonna give you, just mediocrity, but we're gonna package it up so good. We're gonna call it a Happy Meal, and you're gonna fucking love it because it comes with a toy. Like this is the shit that, they damage our communities, and the band-aid on that is we get McDonald's. Our businesses get burned down, but we get a Burger King. We get a fast food. We get a Hardee's or whatever the fuck. This shit is crazy.
But that's just the beginning of how they weaponized black hunger for profit. If you want more hidden stories like this, subscribe to Black Stories Untold. Now, back to how corporate America turned tragedy into opportunity. The first McDonald's in a black neighborhood wasn't built in 1968. That would have been too obvious, too cruel even for them. No, they waited. They studied. They let the desperation marinate for a few years, while white families fled to the suburbs, taking their grocery stores and sit-down restaurants with them. By 1972, when the first golden arches went up in devastated Detroit, it looked like salvation. Herman Petty was one of the first black McDonald's franchise owners in the country. In 1972, McDonald's corporate approached him with what seemed like the opportunity of a lifetime. They would help him open a restaurant in his own community. They would provide training, marketing support, and the backing of America's fastest-growing restaurant chain. What they didn't tell Herman was that he was part of an experiment, a test to see if black franchise owners could be used to extract wealth from black communities more
And see, and that's what it is. We like, gang, I feel like the fast food industry, all these industries that fucking that self manufacture billions to trillions of dollars a year. All of these shits, like, they're like the drug game. Literally, that's how I see it. We're gonna put the crack in your hands. We have it. We have all the drugs that you want, but are we gonna self disperse? No. We're gonna use you. We're gonna use you to sell to your people. We're going to use you to flood the streets with our product. We're going to use you. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it is. Like, why? Think about it. Especially during that time where we're at our most vulnerable. Niggas just lost one of the quote unquote most influential black people to ever fucking touch the earth, and MLK. Niggas is rioting, burning down our own businesses. You got some white people playing a hand of that, helping us burn down our businesses, because they know once we break down the healthy structure of a black community, we could then bring our own shit in. And guess what? It won't be us pushing it on y'all. We're going to have some of y'all pushing it on y'all. That way we package it and we seal it to the point where you don't question it. Because think about it. There's been situations where you question things that come from other people that don't look like you, but you become okay, you become cool when you know that there's somebody that looks like you, talks like you, fucking has almost the same DNA fucking genetic makeup as you, somebody that shares so many similarities as you, doing the same thing. So then that way somebody kind of vouches. Whether they vouch for it directly or indirectly, there's somebody that vouches. So you're like, okay, this is cool. Somebody like me is doing this. I can do this. Somebody like me is eating McDonald's. I can eat McDonald's. Somebody like me owns a McDonald's. I want to own a McDonald's. Not seeing the bigger picture that, gang, we're taking away all the shit that matters. We're taking away your grocery stores, your pharmacies. We're taking away everything that's meant to bolster up a healthy community of people that can depend on and rely on each other. We don't have our own shit because we're too busy taking handouts from the other people, from the other races, from the other, you know what I'm saying, fucking monster monopolies that just want to plant their fucking corporate seed all in our areas and benefit off all our people. And what do we, like, we're not even fighting back. We're taking it. we're just taking it like good boys. We're taking it
efficiently than white owners ever could. The numbers tell the story. Herman's McDonald's in Detroit generated over $2 million in revenue in its first 5 years. Sounds impressive, right? Here's what's not impressive. Herman's take-home profit averaged about $40,000 a year.
40K a year.
Meanwhile, McDonald's corporate collected franchise fees, rent on the property they owned, forced purchases of equipment and supplies, and advertising fees. For every dollar that walked through Herman's door, about 85 cents walked right back out to corporate headquarters in white suburban Chicago. But even
leaving that nigga with 25 cents. And I'm not sure if in this hypothetical that's the accurate math, or like, but for every dollar that came into the business, McDonald's was taking 85 cents of it. So not even a quarter. That's not even a quarter, gang. Niggas can't even have a quarter of their earnings. And that's in that hypothetical. Niggas can't even have a quarter. like, damn.
That wasn't the most insidious part. See, McDonald's had done their homework. They knew that black communities had higher rates of diabetes and heart disease even before fast food arrived. They knew that poverty meant people were looking for cheap calories, not healthy options. They knew that in neighborhoods without full-service grocery stores, fast food would become not just convenient, but necessary.
Look, this is targeting. Ref, this is targeting. This is a technical foul. Niggas doing their research on a group of people and plotting on them to just point blank extort them. Ref, like, do something. Take the blindfold off. Is this a fair game or not? We know this not a fair game. That's a you know what I'm saying, we already know this was never a fair game. This was never a fair game. But ref, you gotta do something. You gotta do something.
They
This is
weren't just
targeted.
opening restaurants, they were creating dependency. The marketing strategy was surgical in its precision. McDonald's began pouring advertising dollars into black radio stations, black magazines, and black community events. They sponsored basketball tournaments in neighborhoods that had no grocery stores, but 3 fast food restaurants within a 2-block radius. They hired black advertising executives who understood exactly how to make processed food feel like community, how to make corporate profits feel like black pride. By 1980, something unprecedented was happening in urban America. For the first time in human history, there were neighborhoods where it was easier to buy a Big Mac than an apple, where children could walk to 5 different fast food restaurants but couldn't find a single place to buy fresh vegetables. This wasn't happening by accident, and it wasn't happening in white neighborhoods. But what they did next would make this look like child's play. The 1980s was when fast food corporations stopped pretending they cared about nutrition and went full predator. They had spent a decade testing their strategies, and now they knew exactly what
predator.
worked. The crack epidemic was devastating black communities, unemployment was skyrocketing, and Reagan was cutting food assistance programs. Families that were already struggling now faced even deeper poverty, and the fast food industry saw opportunity. KFC launched a marketing campaign specifically targeting what they called urban consumers. Internal documents from the era, obtained through later lawsuits, show they studied shopping patterns, family structures, and even welfare payment schedules to maximize their marketing impact. They learned that many families received government assistance on the 1st and 15th of each month, so they timed their promotions accordingly. They weren't just selling food, they were designing a system to capture as much government assistance money as possible. Burger King took a different approach. They focused on children. Their marketing research showed that brand loyalty formed as early as age 3, and that children in single-parent households had more influence over family food decisions. So they flooded black neighborhoods with playgrounds, birthday party packages, and toys designed to create emotional connections between toddlers and burgers. They were literally programming the next generation to crave processed food. But McDonald's was the most ruthless of all. They pioneered what marketing experts now call cultural embedding. They didn't just advertise to black communities, they made themselves seem essential to black culture. They sponsored church events, community festivals, and school fundraisers. They hired black
Like we not like, damn, we're not even just about the, like we could do the moral thing, even though it's still bad. We could do the moral thing by just, creating 10 to 15 McDonald's within fucking a 3-block radius of each other. And like we could just do that, or we could literally implement ourselves into your daily lives, into your daily customs, into your, you know what I'm saying, your daily fucking what's another word for it? Your daily programs. Like we don't even want just McDonald's to be the things that you know what I'm saying, have to eat every day, because gang, you have no other options other than another fast food place, and we the biggest. So why the fuck would you waste your time with them when you could come to McDonald's? But we want your soul. That's what it seems like. Gang, why the fuck is McDonald's having church? What does McDonald's have to do anything with churches, black churches? What do these fast food corporations want to do with black children? Like, gang, I don't know if they ever been inside a black household, because the guy here in this video said that children dictate what goes on for dinner. Gang, if I was a child that dictated what went on for dinner, gang, we would have McDonald's every night. We would have had fucking Popeyes every night. We would have had fucking, what else was, like I said, Checkers was a big thing in my household. We would have had Checkers every night. We would have had Wendy's every night. Gang, like, it just shit is just crazy, and all of it is just targeting, and it's just sad because this is back in the day. Like this, like we're just watching this video, you're seeing it and you're hearing it, and it sounds bad back in the day, gang. It is 2026. This shit is Kaioken times 10. This shit has only gotten progressively worse every single year, every single decade. And it's kind of like right now people are starting to wake up, but at the same time, waking up doesn't indicate that you're gonna like you're trying to make a plan to fight it. Waking up doesn't indicate that you're officially ready to go against the system that oppresses black people, black dinner time. This shit is just oppressing our stomachs. He just sat here and said that these niggas did research and know that black people are extremely susceptible to diabetes and all these different health issues. And you know what they do? You know what they do? Let's take advantage of that, because we know that once we get them in a chokehold, they're not gonna tap. Once we get them in the chokehold, they're not gonna tap. They love the struggle. They love to be in that. They love to feel yoked up. And it's crazy because it's like there's no sympathy in these from the top heads in these businesses. There's no sympathy, there's no empathy. It's just, how can we make a dollar on the most unfortunate people in the most unfortunate situations? It's sick. It is sick. Shit is targeting, bro.
Celebrities not just for commercials, but to become public advocates for the brand. When a McDonald's opened in your neighborhood, they made it feel like a black business, even though every important decision was made by white executives in suburban boardrooms. The results were exactly what they had planned. By 1990, the average black family was spending nearly twice as much of their food budget on fast food as white families. Children in black neighborhoods consumed fast food an average of 3 times per week, compared to once per week for white children. And the health consequences were starting to show. Obesity rates in black communities began climbing faster than anywhere else in America. Type 2.
And I always had that thought, right? Just like a sidetrack. Like, growing up, whoever was watching this, growing up in school, you always noticed that there was always the minorities who, you know what I'm saying, for lack of better terms, if you get offended, that's on you. But fat people, it was always the minorities that had the bigger, heftier people, the fatter people, the more plus size people. It's always the minorities. And it always dawned on me, and it never made sense to me. It's like, I didn't grow up around a lot of white people, but all the white people that I grew up around, gang, they were always fit, always in shape, always lean. Like, I had minimal white friends in high school, but when I got to college, I had some white friends who, whenever fast food even got discussed, they were not the first ones to raise their hand. It was almost like they knew, like, that shit was not made for me. That was not made for me or my people. It was made for y'all. If y'all want to go get a fry, I'll get a fry. But y'all getting 2 large fries. Y'all getting a burger, the dollar menu burger with a Big Mac, with some nuggets on the side, with two different sauces. Like, gang, it was like almost embedded in us to eat this hefty, because they know that we're susceptible to getting bigger. And it's like, that's why once I realized, like, I just had a feeling like me going to fast food restaurants, ordering, like, don't get me wrong, I indulge still to this day, only because, gang, food be good as shit. Like, I just genuinely like food. Like, I could make a whole bunch of food and eat a whole bunch of food. I can buy a whole bunch of food and eat a whole bunch of food. Plus, I smoke from time to time, so my appetite is only, no, it only gets bigger. And when you fry, sometimes you got a specific taste or a specific, you know what I'm saying, thing that you after you get fried, that's what you want to eat. But needless to say, I say all that to say, it was always strange to me. It's like, you don't really see that many big white people as opposed to that many big black people in like the trenches, in like these food deserts, and like these areas where it is extremely hard to find and buy fucking healthy produce, healthy alternatives, cheap healthy alternatives. You know what I'm saying? It's easier to just, it's easier when you have a McDonald's that's within walking distance as opposed to a grocery store that's in fucking 2 counties over. You know what I'm saying?
Diabetes, once rare in children, started appearing in black kids as young as 10 years old. Keep watching, because what comes next will blow your mind. The corporations had their hooks in, but they still faced one problem: competition from the few remaining black-owned restaurants and corner stores that had survived the economic devastation.
And see, and I really think, right? And this is probably where I'm gonna end the video, because this shit already 25 minutes. This is long as shit. But I think this is where we can fight back as a people. But here's the thing that be having me fucked up about about like black owned businesses. It's like, gang, I get it. I get it. Times is hard for everybody. Every business is trying to inflate their prices to make their money just to fucking break even, to make ends meet, to have some they obviously want to bring money back into the business, but they also want to make enough money to just to have in their pocket. Because, gang, I think that's business 101. At least it would be business 101 for me. I don't want to just break even. I want to be in profit. So I understand that, but a lot of black businesses not realizing that this is the way that we can fight back, by creating these black businesses, making it don't even gotta be cheap. Make it affordable, make it semi-affordable. Keep everybody in mind. I get that, like, most of these black owned establishments, they're trying to be, you know what I'm saying, high end, and they're trying to cater to the top tier of black people. But, gang, you're not everybody that is black is ready to be just paying top tier prices for food. Like, not like, let's be realistic now. If y'all wanna come together and challenge the system, like one of the systems that was put into place to keep us down, this is one of the things that we can do: create more affordable, more affordable food for your fellow people. I don't see why that's not a doable thing. I don't see why that's not an achievable goal. If you really want to put all these other fucking major fast food businesses like out of business, well, you can't. I don't think you'll ever be able to, like a McDonald's, like these major chains. I don't even think you'll make a dent in their success, because these niggas are worldwide. If they're not taking your money right here in Tarrant County in Arlington, Texas, they fucking taking your money in West Bubble fuck in India. They got they got fucking McDonald's in third world countries that's scraping pennies. They'll be okay. But my thing is, oh shit, dropping the mic. That's how passionate I'm getting right now. But I feel as though if we want to fight back as a people, this is one of the small ways. Let's create more black owned things with realistic fucking prices. I don't give a fuck if you're making food and you decide that just because you're making food with black gloves and your shit tenderism and it's falling off the bone, that a platter is fucking $30+. It's no reason. At that point, we might as well be at McDonald's when you could get a Big Mac, a large fry, and a drink for probably like $12, $13, which is still crazy. But compared to, you go to a black owned establishment where they feel as though because they smoke and they meat a certain type of way, or they Instagram or they TikTok is viral, that these plates and these platters and these meals that they coming up with and they serving has to be 25+, gang, for a meal. Don't even get me started on the black owned wing communities, because them niggas are taxing. Where we live in a time where they think 20 wings for $20 is a deal. Fuck out of here. Anyways, that's the video. It's your boy RushMoreRick. If you I'm saying, got anything that you want to say or anything that you want to add to the conversation, make sure you leave it in the comments. If you want to finish the video, how fast food secretly destroyed Black America by Black Stories Untold. If you don't subscribe to them, subscribe to them. But we're out of here. Deuces. Thank you for watching.